my aim right now is to get me to feel comfortable on the camera and playful on the camera as well. How do I do that? I have no clue, but let's find out, shall we? What exactly is happening when I'm talking to the camera? What exactly is it that's coming in the way of it? One is that I'm constantly scanning myself, hyper-vigilantly scanning myself for signs of anything wrong that I might say. It's getting calculated to the extent that I don't no longer feel comfortable being on camera, and I think that's what stops most people from being on camera as well. But then, one could apply the logic that if you were speaking to a person and you just pretend that you're speaking to a person whilst you're speaking on camera, and you think that nothing you say is going to sort of negatively affect your relationship with that person, I think at least that bit can be said in front of the camera. But it's like, I think people are trying to control, myself included, by the way. I'm not in oblivion of my own sort of human flaws. I think most people are trying to control the perception of others when they choose to disclose literally anything, right from the intonation of how they say their names to the question, to like more intimate questions that one might come by. And God, this is so bad, right? Like, I think we as a society and as a civilization have based a lot of our interpersonal trust on image management rather than something that actually exists between two people in reality, which of course might be my own misgiving. Maybe I'm biased, maybe I've been brought up in a certain way that makes me think that, but I don't think that that's not a common experience, meaning I do think that's a common experience. And and you see all of these, like, a lot, like image management has somehow become the, I don't know what to call it, like the gold standard of how to make people trust you, which in some senses works, I suppose. Like, if you're being authentic, you'll behave a certain way, but then people have started exploiting that to behave a certain way just so that they could put on a show and make people trust them. And I think that's where a lot of our civilizations in our generation, a lot of their trust issues come from, that people can behave in a certain way, but they might not be authentic about it, in the sense that they're behaving just to get your attention or get you to trust them, and basically being a confidence trickster of sorts. And then that's where good faith and bad faith behavior comes in, right? Like, I think people can tell, to a great extent, when people are behaving in good faith or if they're behaving in bad faith. Like, confidence tricksters have, I don't know if I'll be able to diagnose them at the spot, but I think I might be able to, which is that there's a certain stench of not unpredictability, but of, I don't know if I can explain it the right way. Well, maybe I'll explain it in a different video then. Yeah, but okay, this is the first time in the last one year or so that I've been able to speak this freely with the camera on. So kudos to myself, bravo, Arush, bravo. Kudos and bravo. I don't know. Yeah, and so yeah, I suppose I'll do. I think I might start to enjoy this process. This sort of, it's not an art form exactly. It's just talking to the camera, but I think I might end up enjoying it. All right, see you in the next vid.